What's going on, guys? It's Kitten of Doom, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It is going to be all about Hand of the Gods and giving you an overview on how to play it. And I've recently started playing this and I actually love it a lot because I love turn-based games, card games, all that kind of stuff. So let's get right into it. And obviously Hi-Rez made this game as well because it's like a Smite turn-based card game. So if you love Smite, I think you're gonna really like Hand of the Gods as well. So this is the main screen you're gonna get to when you start to play, and you have the Play Store, Collections, Open Pack, and Quest Log. When you log in, you're gonna get login rewards just like you would with Smite, and you basically, for logging in, you get some favor, and if you log in 7 days of the week, you get a free core pack, I believe. And these are my quests right now, and if you complete the quests, you get favor, and favor basically unlocks more card packs for you so you can get more cards to make your deck better and all that fun stuff. So there's like play 20 Egyptian gods, Chinese gods, and win 3 games as Odin. Pretty self-explanatory. And this is where you can change your avatar. Some cool things. They even have some Smite avatars, which is pretty cute. And you can change some of your card backs as well if you bought some of the previous packs that they provide. So if you have the Founders Pack, your card backs will look like this to your opponent, so pretty cool. Then here we have Open Packs, which is if you receive any codes or if you buy any of the packs, you will open them here. Just press, open pack and reveal, and you'll see what you get. You normally get 5 cards in the core packs, and holiday packs are a little bit different. You get one of those and either get like a skin for one of your leaders or like an avatar. So we do have a bonus pack, so we'll just open that to see what's in here. So here are the 5 cards, and then you can reveal all, and here are some of the different ones. They're gonna have different rarities, so there's common, rare, and legendary. So rare usually has better cards or even gods in the rare column, and legendary there's also some cards that are way better than rare, and common are just pretty basic cards that it's not too hard to obtain them. And each card has a mana usage point in the upper left hand corner. So like you can see with these, they have 2, 3, 2, 5, and 3. So it's basically how much mana it takes to cast that card. And if it is a unit card, it will have a damage number in the bottom left hand corner and then its health in the bottom right. So like with this Fenrir card, he has an attack of 4 and he has health of 3. And another thing to keep in mind is you see that sword going through the bottom left of Fenrir. It basically means he's a melee character, and if there's an arrow, it means they're a ranged character. And the rest of these are spell cards. Now in the collection tab, you have all of your decks. You can customize your deck as much as you'd like to. Basically, when starting the game, you will get some basic decks that are already made for you, which is Zeus, Odin, Ra, Nuwa, and Bellona. And then you can also make your own, which this is one for Ganesh, and then these are other 2 custom ones I did. But you can basically come in here and remove and add any of the cards that you'd like to. For deck building, I would recommend to have good balance between spell cards, some low mana cost cards, up to higher mana cost cards. So you'd want to have a couple spell cards, and then you'd want to have some god and minion cards that cost about 2 to 3 mana, just because you start out with some pretty low mana at the beginning of the game, and then just kind of balance it out to have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kind of mana cost cards. And each card has a different ability, so you'd want to get to know each of these. So just like with this one, whenever a friendly god enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and all gods have their own special ability. So let's go over to a god. So like with Agni, and he has a war cry, deal 1 damage to enemy units, and reincarnate, cost 6, and your war cry now deals 2 damage. So each god will have their own kind of personal ability, which is cool. And war cry is basically when if you call a god out on the field, then it does that special ability. So when you call Agni out, he's going to do 1 damage to enemy units. Another thing you can do is craft cards, and these cost dust to create, and you gain dust in the arena game mode, so you can just craft and disenchant cards this way. So if you want a specific card, I'd recommend building up some of your dust so you can make that. And then we have this store, pretty self-explanatory. Just you can get 1 core pack with 300 favor. And then you can buy some runes to get even more packs. So either way, you don't have to spend money, but it's probably if you want a faster start, you can get a couple of packs by getting some runes. And normally they have some special pack or seasonal pack that you can buy with runes as well. And again, that's where you open your packs, and there is a redemption code screen where you can enter your promotional code that you get from a content creator or from Hand of the Gods themselves. So if you win a code, go ahead and redeem it right there. And of course we have the play screen, which you can play a casual game, ranked, arena, gauntlet, and training. And when you're first heading into the game, I would really recommend going into the training mode. It does a pretty decent job of letting you know how to play the game. But, you know, these are pretty self-explanatory, ranked, kind of like Smite ranked, and just climb all the ranks and prove that you're better. And in arena, you actually have to spend an arena ticket to play this game mode, but it's pretty much you pick from a variety of different cards that it gives you. It gives you like 3 to choose from, and you choose your cards this way. So it's kind of like a different way to play, and you actually win certain better prizes if you win a lot of arena games. Now, Gauntlet is something that they're kind of like mode of the day, so there's certain rules that you have to play by, and they expire within a certain amount of time. So this one is win 5 matches without losing to get some cool rewards. So they have some different cool rules you have to play by. And let's go into an AI match, just so I can show you guys how to play and some tips and tricks and all that fun stuff. So let's get into it.
Today I fight not for Olympus, but for myself. Today I fight
and
not
this
for
is
Olympus,
a pretty
but for
cool
myself.
animation screen, just basically showing you your gamer tag and your god. So at the beginning, you're gonna pick some cards that you can replace, and I would really recommend replacing cards that are really high cost in mana. So normally I like these 6s and 7s and even 4s I sometimes replace, because you start out with a lot of pretty low mana. So it, like, pretty much you start out with 1 to 2 mana. So now it's my turn, and in the bottom left you see 2 out of 2, and that's your mana costs, and then below is your cards in hand and then your cards in your deck. So let's see what we have, and since I go second, I'll get a mana potion. So it's always a good idea to try and get the mana potion. See, like, right now I would need to pick up this mana potion to even summon anyone. So we have 3 mana, so let's summon Apollo, and he can attack twice per turn.
Another performance already. I guess they can't get enough
And
of me.
since we don't have any more mana, we can't really do anything else, so we have to end our turn. And all gods have this kind of delay period where they can't attack, so they have these, you know, Z's, like they're sleeping. So until my next turn, Apollo can't move or attack anyone. But there are some cards that have this ability called Charge, which when you summon them, they can actually go ahead and move and attack. So if they don't have charge, they have to wait a whole turn. So let's switch it over to this Zeus. And another thing to mention is, just looking at this, the left side is Apollo's attack and the right is his health. So the 1 and 3, just so you know what that means. So now each turn we gain a mana point, so we have 3 mana now. And we can actually do like a cannon, but another thing to mention is each leader has a god ability that you can use for 2 mana. So with Zeus, he gives a friendly god +1/+1 if he uses his ability. So we can put that on Apollo, and then he gains attack and health points. So always try and take advantage of your leader's abilities. They're all different for different leaders, so keep that in mind. Another thing to mention, just like we just saw, is if any of your units attack each other, they will always attack back, just like Apollo did, unless you are ranged. So Apollo can actually attack from here since he's ranged, and since this Basilisk is melee only, he won't give me any return damage. So I can just safely poke him all the way from over here. So ranged characters are really good. Sometimes the ranged characters have a little bit less stats just because they're really good and can't take return damage. So let's see what we can bring out. We have enough mana to bring Aphrodite out, and she actually has a war cry which gives a friendly unit protect 1, and if it is a god it gives protect 2, so we'll be giving that to Apollo, and now he has 2 protections. So if someone attacks Apollo with 2 attack points, he will pretty much absorb that attacks because he has protect. And this Zeus just used Stone of Gaia, so it doubled the health of the Basilisk, so it'll be a little bit harder to kill him, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. So this is, we can actually kill the Basilisk again with Apollo from all the way over here. And we can summon Thanatos for 4 mana, and Thanatos' special ability is he can execute an enemy with 2 or less health. So we'll come over and kill this Basilisk, so no problem. This game is just super fun. It's like chess and Smite all in one, so I really enjoy it. You guys will too. I think it's totally a bunch of fun. And you know, each game is different, which makes it really fun. Let's see what else we can do. This one can silence an enemy. Usually I like to keep that for some enemy gods that have some good passives. We can actually deploy Enyo, where she can deploy a flag anywhere on the map, so let's get her out. And let's put the flag over here. I probably should have put that flag over over by my base because it gives a +1 aura. So don't do what I just did. I wasn't too familiar with what Bellona's flag did, but don't do what I just did. So, and let's have Apollo come up here and attack this guy, so he won't give any penalty. And since Afro is ranged, she can kill him as well. And let's have Thanatos attack the Summoning Stone. Basically, to win the game, you want to kill your enemy's Summoning Stone, and it has 25 health points. So that is how you win. I probably should have mentioned that sooner. So this is a spell card which sets the enemy's attack to 1. So I would recommend using that on something more powerful that comes out. And I don't know if I want to use Poseidon because I do like Zeus's leader ability. So we might just hold back on that. So here's a spell we can do. Deicide, which kills an enemy god pretty much for free. It's just for 4 mana and we can get rid of Aphrodite. So let's keep attacking his summoning stone. Apollo can attack it from all the way over here. And let's get Aphrodite over here. And Enyo can actually attack the summoning stone as well. And I'm going to use my leader ability to heal Apollo a little bit more and give him some more attack. And that's the end of the turn. So this unit will be a little bit harder to kill, but since I have so many units that can attack him, it'll be pretty easy. So Nemesis is actually pretty good because she halves an enemy unit's health, and then that is removed and added to Nemesis. So let's put her out.
I'll use your power
and have
against
her
you.
pick this guy. And now she has 7 health points, which she's pretty tanky now, so it's pretty good. And Apollo can just attack this guy. So always remember with your ranged units to stay like a tile away so you don't get return damage. We'll have Thanatos hit this guy. So, and always just be careful of return damage when you're attacking melee, because it'll always damage your god as well. Now let's move Enyo a little bit closer, and she gains this little aura from her flag, which I should have put somewhere else, but let's have her attack that. And Apollo can attack twice, so he can attack the summoning stone as well.
Now to find a soulmate.
So it's pretty much a game of, you know, out-thinking your opponent and using your cards really effectively. So here is a card that I mentioned that has charge. So I can summon this fire imp, and since he has charge, I can automatically make him attack somebody. So that is what charge does. And since my imp had less health than this harpy's attack, it actually killed my imp. So just keep that in mind. Let's give Thanatos a Zeus leader ability. And Apollo can attack this harpy. And range units can actually attack other range units, so when I'm attacking Afro, she can actually attack me back since she is ranged. So let's have Nemesis come over here and kill this Afro. And Bologna can just end the game for us. So that's a pretty basic guide on how to play it. I would really recommend playing it if you love turn-based games. And that is all I have for this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, any comments, or if you liked it, and if you want to see any more Hand of the Gods videos, I'd be more than happy to do that. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.